You want to know the best teams and equipment so that you can build the new Ultra Final Form Frieza, but first, you need to know how to use it. Frieza is an element green character and he is a range type. For him, he can excel in offenses, but he's no slouch on defense either. He has endurance and he's able to cancel buffs, which we all hate. He brings back the Beast Gohan active gauge, but with his active gauge, he's able to chain it and it fills up a lot faster. What's cool about it is that you can do 2 back to back because it only requires 40% of your active gauge to be used, meaning you could have 100% and press it twice immediately. Also on the defensive end, he increases the enemy's art cost and sub count, which makes it very hard to continue your combo or switch out in the scenario you're attacking Frieza. Having high damage and damage guard, Frieza is all round safe. That's all for Frieza. Let's get into building him. Right, so the first team we've got here is Lineage of Evil. Lineage of Evil makes a comeback as soon as one Frieza drops. It's absolutely insane. Right now they've got a lot of pieces to go together, and it's not even like they're new pieces besides from obviously the Ultra Full Power Frieza, but we've got some pieces here. So we got Ultra Golden Frieza and the Zenkai Final Form Frieza, who also got a platinum equipment, but there's more options which I'm going to show you right now. So if we go to character list, always set your settings, Sparking Legend Limited Ultra, and then the character tag. In this case we're using LOE, right? If we look in the blues, you want to be considering the Revival Frieza. He can be very valuable. That layer of survivability is always nice to have. If we're looking in the greens, it's obviously going to be this Final Form Frieza that we're using right now, the new one. In the purples, you've got the choice between Golden Frieza and you've got Gold Frieza. But a lot of people sometimes like to bring out the first form Frieza because he's just an amazing support layer for any Lineage of Evil team. He can always make a comeback. Somehow he's timeless when LOE is popping. In the yellows, of course, we got the Full Power Frieza, and the reds are pretty much a liability. And that's pretty much it. The thing about LOE is all the units are just sitting there, so it's something you'll probably have high starred without even noticing you have them high starred, which is nice. Not very high investment, but if you don't have the pieces, then obviously you can't build it. But yeah, first team I'm mentioning, Lineage of Evil. It's a solid team right now. It's actually quite crazy how they can just make a comeback very swiftly. Let's get into the second team. The second team we got right here is Powerful Opponents. It's basically just Lineage of Evil, but a bit better because there's other pieces, of course, from other sagas and things like that. They're not just Friezas and Coolers. We got here, of course, I'm using the free-to-play Goku as an example. I should have mentioned that before, but he's like taking my placeholder since I don't have the Ultra Full Power Frieza. And then we've got Ultra Perfect Cell, and we've got the Final Form Frieza making our PL team, but there's other options you can use, which I'm going to show you right now. Got the filter up the same way, but it's Powerful Opponent now. If we look into the blues, the Revival Frieza is going to be your main man. Maybe Kid Buu, but that's about it. Revival Frieza probably first, Kid Buu as a secondary option. He's a range type, so he can fit very well, and he has endurance. Going into the greens, obviously we got the Final Form Frieza. Out of the ones here, maybe Evil Buu, and that's about it. Going into the purples, we got Golden Frieza. We have First Form Frieza, who I mentioned in the LOE section. We also have Jiren. Now, I don't recommend Jiren in the slightest, right? But at 14 stars and you build him only for defenses, he can do things here and there. But more than anything, bench. Bench. Going into the yellows here, we've got Full Power Frieza. And I'd say that's about it. Maybe a high star Super Baby 2 and Rose, but I wouldn't really push for them. And then going into the reds, Ultra Perfect Cell and Ultra Hit are going to be the main two. Anybody else that's maybe a slacker, maybe CMZ and Broly, but that's about it. And out of the characters I don't have, Ultra Turles is actually a good option. Omega Shenron might be a sleeper option. You might want to consider him. And Vegeta, of course, Vegeta is going to be nice for sure, releasing in the part 2. But that's pretty much it for Powerful Opponent. Let's get into our third team. There's one more team. For the third team, we've got Frieza Saga, which is basically the same thing as Lineage of Evil, but you're just going to be implementing Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, the other Ultra that dropped for this part 3. So, same options pretty much. If I go to the character list, you will see we're just adding a few others. So, like, Super Saiyan Goku is going to be your main man. Revival Frieza I already spoke about in LOE. We're obviously having the Full Power Frieza. We've got the Full Power Frieza LL, but he's a yellow, so if you're going to run him double yellow with the Super Saiyan Goku, you might want to consider a blue, but then you'd be probably taking out the Full Power Frieza, so that goes against what this video is for. I wouldn't really recommend Krillin unless you star him up like crazy, and then the Ginyu Force members, maybe Ginyu and Raccoon and Gildo, that's about it. Mostly, if you want to just make it Frieza Force, you'll be better off just you go Frieza Force, but like making it Lineage of Evil, Frieza Force, those are pretty much the same tags, you know. And you have a much better time than just running pure Frieza Saga, in my opinion, unless we get a few more things that come out, but I don't think we will. So yeah, Frieza Saga is basically just Frieza Force or Lineage of Evil, however you want to take it. Works the same way, not much options in addition, just adding the Super Saiyan Goku pretty much. So we've got some leader slot options, and these options are just very good in the game, so you might want to consider having them. So we got Ultra Margin Vegeta, lock-in ult survivability, all those good factors there, explosive green, easy for combo starters. We got Ultra Turles survivability PO as well, having that comeback layer and actually hindering them. He can also break combos pretty well, is very nice. Perfect Cell, good powerful opponent range type as well, can nullify endurance, survivability, ultimate that nukes, very nice. We got Kaioken Goku, should go without saying, but then you're going to be building maybe the team around Frieza, so maybe Saiyan Saga team and then Frieza, or you can go the other way of just him on the leader slot, then you can go Frieza Saga or LOE or something like that. We got Vegeta, pretty much just be careful because you're running double green, so you might want to consider running a yellow just to protect your greens from purples, even though purple sucks. And then we've got UI Goku, of course, he's just one of the best characters in the game right now for stalling, so you could run him if you really don't have any other options on the leader slot. And then we got Super Saiyan Goku, should go without saying, the other Ultra that dropped for this part 3. Very good option, can do a lot of damage, and he can save your team as well. Now we've got some bench options. So here we've got Cooler, but just be careful because Cooler's Z ability doesn't give anything to this Frieza, but his Zenkai buff does because it's powerful opponent. So just consider who you've got on your team, because if you're giving Frieza the Zenkai buff, he won't be getting the Z ability. If he's on the leader slot, he will, but then your teammates won't. Do you get what I'm saying? Unless they're sagas from the movies. Going here, we got Golden Frieza, the green one, Zenkai buff and Z ability. Here we got Kaioken Goku, Zenkai buff and Z ability. Here we got Chilled, purple chilled HP buffer, which is nice. And then we've got one more option here, I think, Broly, tag powerful opponent for HP. And then if you got a yellow powerful opponent, which the Frieza, the full power one that has a Zenkai and he got a plat, will also be. I've got gold tanks here as well if you want to run a pure blast offensive team, which I wouldn't exactly recommend with this Frieza, but you can. You can see you can get 40% to green or yellow based blast attack, which is perfect for this Frieza alongside the final form full power Frieza that got the platinum equipment. He has a Zenkai already. And that's pretty much it for the bench options that I recommend you run with this Frieza. If you plan to run Ultra Golden Frieza, this equipment can be good for you. Was that too much? I'm still getting used to this. Now this is a pure equipment, so if we look at the second slot, you can see it says 12% to own blast attack, but the bit above it says base blast attack. Now what's the difference? Base is like a bunch of numbers that you add together to get the general stats that your character will have, but the bit below it where it doesn't include the word base, referred to that as pure, is basically a multiplier. So what you want to do is get maybe 2 equipments with a lot of base, then 1 equipment with pure, and then it will multiply your base numbers that you've already added. That's the best way to look at it to easily understand. It's just a basic concept that most high rank players do. So this equipment, if you're running Golden Frieza, because he's going to be Ultra Golden Frieza, because he's going to be sagas from the movies while also being a Frieza, you'll get the pure for strike and blast attack while also getting defenses on the first slot. And you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. If you're running 3 Friezas, subpar Gold Frieza, you can run this equipment because it's going to be all powerful opponents. You're getting special move and ultimate damage on the first slot. You're getting pure strike and blast attack while defenses as well, which is nice. And you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. Very standard here for powerful opponent. This one is actually nice, especially because of the first slot. Frieza Saga blast equipment here, duel on a vanishing planet. HP on the first slot, strike defense and blast defense, and then slot 3 you get blast attack up to 30%, which is actually amazing for this Frieza. You can get this from the Ultimate Equipment Collection, normal Frieza Saga Z. Frieza Saga equipment here, Frieza Saga Pure, you wanted me at my strongest, so here I am. Special move, strike, attack and defenses, blast attack as well and defenses. So yeah, you can get this from the PvP exchange shop and the dual coin exchange shop, so 2 places. Now this equipment here is actually amazing. Awaken, let me show you. You get strike defense on the first slot, then the second slot you're getting more blast attack, so 12.5, and special move 12.5. Then on the third slot you can see you can get 25% blast attack, which is perfect for Frieza. You can get this, it's the Awaken, so you're going to need the memory from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shot. But you're going to need the unawakened version, which I've got for you right here. You can see the stats are horrendous. Don't use the unawakened version. How you can get it is from the equipment medal exchange shop. That's going to be it for this video. I did my best in giving you guys the equipments and teams so that you can build the new ultra full power Frieza. Hoping you guys have the best time during the remainder of this 7th anniversary. But if you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.